Okay, so let's start with centrosome or centriole today. Okay. So centrioles or centrosome that has no cell membrane, that has no membrane around it. It is a membrane-less cell organelle, just like ribosome. You must have studied in ribosome that there is no membrane in it, right? So just like ribosome, centriole or centrosome, whatever you can say or call it, okay, it is also a membrane, doesn't have any membrane around it. Bacha, my voice may crack, but are you not able to understand? You are able to get it now, whatever I'm saying. Else I've already written everything in the screen. Okay, so my voice may crack, but I'm going to repeat everything and you will able to collect it. Okay, so centriole or centrosome, it is the membrane-less organelle. It is the membrane-less organelle. Okay, and it is only found in animal cell. It is not found in plant cell. It is only found in animal cell. Right? So what is the difference between centrosome or centriole? Both are one and same thing. Both are one and same thing. If you will look at the image that is on the right side, upper side, right, that is sky bluish color and a sky blue color. That is the outer circular part. It is the centrosome. It is the centrosome. And two cylindrical shaped structures are known as centrioles. Okay. Moksh, I will do lysosome at the end of the lecture or in the doubt lecture because it is already done, bacha. So I will explain in the doubt lecture. Please wait till then. Okay. So centrosome or centriole, it is the membrane-less organelle and it is found only in animal cell. Now, centrosome is the outer circular region and centriole are two cylindrical shaped structure, as you can see in the image. Right corner upper image. Right side. Okay. So centrosome actually बच्चा होता क्या है? It is the dense part of the cytoplasm. The cytoplasm actually it becomes very dense around the centrioles. So centrioles are the two cylindrical structure as you can see in the image, and around it the cytoplasm become very dense. Okay. So centriole are the two cylindrical structure and the cytoplasm is the the centrosome is the dense part that is surrounding this centrioles. Okay. So centrosome और centrioles में पहला difference समझ में आ गया. But these two are one and same thing. Right? So a region that is surrounding the centrioles is known as centrosome. And it contains two centrioles, two cylindrical structure known as centrioles. Yes, centrioles are inside the centrosome. Okay. So now centrioles क्या होते हैं? अगर आप राइट साइड पे लोअर वाला इमेज देखोगे, जो लोअर साइड मैंने रखा है, the yellow one. Look at that image. That is for centriole. Now centrioles are actually made up of tubule-like structure. Tube-like structures के बने होते हैं, known as tubules, and they are very small in size. So that is why they are known as microtubules. Okay, so microtubules makes if you can see in the diagram, there are 9 groups of microtubules. Can you locate it? See here, if you will count it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Microtubules are actually arranged in 9 groups to make one single centriole. Okay, so microtubules are arranged in the group of 9 structures में arranged है, and these all structures are known as microtubule. Now these all microtubules together constitute the centriole. So centrioles में क्या है? Centrioles are made up of microtubule. कितने microtubule? 9 in number. So 9 microtubule मिलकर क्या बना रहे हैं? They are forming centrioles. And 2 centrioles which are perpendicularly arranged to each other, they are making the part of centrosome. Prisha, I will send this PDF. Don't worry, but note down all the important points. Just note it down. Okay, so centrosome क्या है? It is the dense part of cytoplasm in which 2 cylindrical structures are present, known as centrioles. Centrioles are made up of microtubule. कितने microtubule? 9 groups में arranged है, 9 in number. Got it? Centrosome, dense cytoplasmic structure around the 2 cylindrical structure known as centrioles. And centrioles are in turn made up of microtubule, which are 9 in number. This was about structure of centriole and centrosome. Now what is the function? What does it do? Function क्या है? They help in cell division. Okay. When a cell divide, बच्चा, whenever a cell divide, it has already its DNA in it. It has already its DNA in it. Let's say यहाँ पे ये nucleus है, and it has DNA. अब जब भी सेल डिवाइड होगा, it has to divide its DNA into equal parts, right? सेल को, पूरे सेल को 2 equal parts में डिवाइड करना है, so that 2 new cells will be formed from one single cell, right? तो जब ये एक सेल 2 सेल में डिवाइड होता है, उसे डिवाइड करने के लिए स्पिंडल फाइबर्स बनते हैं. क्या बनता है बच्चा? स्पिंडल फाइबर्स, which are, you can say, rope like structures हैं. rope like structure, जिसको ऐसे इमेजिन करो, just imagine it like this. सेंटर में कोई चीज है, सेंटर में कोई भी आपने कोई भी चीज रखी है, you have placed something. अब आपको उसे 2 पार्ट्स में डिवाइड करना है, लेफ्ट और राइट. तो अगर आप दोनों साइड से उसे रोप से टाई कर दोगे, एंड यू विल पुल इट फ्रॉम बोथ द साइड, उसका हाफ पोर्शन लेफ्ट साइड चला जाएगा, एंड हाफ पोर्शन विल गो ऑन टू राइट साइड, राइट? सो दैट इज व्हाट इज द फंक्शन ऑफ स्पिंडल फाइबर. स्पिंडल फाइबर अगेन ट्यूब्यूलिन के ही बने होते हैं. दे आर मेड अप ऑफ ट्यूब्यूलिन, ट्यूब लाइक स्ट्रक्चर्स बने होते हैं. Okay, and their function is to pull the chromosomes or the DNA equally into the 2 new forming cells. Okay, so centrioles, they help in the formation of these rope like structure, that is spindle fibers. And just like spindle fibers, astral rays also going to help in cell division. Astral rays भी centriole से arise होती हैं, and they are also going to help in cell division. Okay, now second function, बच्चा astral rays is same, it is same like spindle fiber. It is also going to help in cell division. So you just have to remember this, that centriole is going to form spindle fiber and astral rays that going to help in, that further will help in cell division. Okay, and these spindle fiber and astral rays are actually made up of tubulin protein. It is a protein. तो tubulin के छोटे छोटे particles होते हैं that forms this spindle fiber and astral rays. J division में कैसे help करेगा? Astral rays and spindle fiber दोनों rope like structures हैं. They will pull apart the DNA and divide it into equal parts, so that both the newly forming cells are going to get the DNA equally. Okay, now second function. You know, there are some locomotory organs like cilia and flagella. In some organisms, there are some locomotory organs known as cilia, flagella, that helps in the locomotion or the movement of the organism. So these cilia and flagella has a part known as basal body. Now this basal body is formed of this centriole. Centriole is actually going to form cilia and flagella. लोकोमोटरी बच्चा, लोकोमोशन मतलब मूवमेंट, जो मूवमेंट में हेल्प करते हैं, दैट इज नोन एज लोकोमोटरी ऑर्गन. यस आशी, यू आर करेक्ट. बोथ स्पिंडल एंड एस्ट्रल रेज. थोड़ा सा और डिफरेंस होता है उनके स्ट्रक्चर में, बट दैट इज ऑन द हायर लेवल. यू नीड नॉट टू रिमेंबर दैट. Just remember that spindle fiber and astral rays are going to help in cell division, and both are formed by centrioles. Basal body बच्चा क्या है? Basal body is actually a part of cilia and flagella. Cilia और flagella जो form होते हैं वो basal body से ही form होते हैं. They are forming from basal body, and basal body is actually going to form from centriole. Centriole or the centrosome, these are the part of cell that is going to help in the formation of basal body. So basal body is ultimately going to give rise to cilia and flagella. तो centriole का एक और function क्या हो गया? They help in the formation of cilia and flagella. In simple words. बच्चा जो भी इसमें से important points हैं, you can just note it down. Just note it down, or else I will send the PDF. Don't worry. And this, they help in organizing the spindle fiber and astral rays during cell division. Cell division के time पे क्या होता है? Cell is going to divide. A single cell is going to divide in two cells. अब एक cell से दोनों cell में equal parts of DNA हमें भेजना है, right? So equal चीज अगर send करनी है तो उसको ऐसे imagine करो, बीच में कोई चीज रख दिया है, दोनों साइड से आपने उसको rope से connect कर दिया है. एक rope लिया है and you have connected it the particular thing from both the sides with a rope. Now when you are going to pull the rope from both the sides, that particular thing is going to divide equally. Half side will go on to the left side and half will go on to the right side. That is what is the function of spindle fiber. Spindle fiber is working like a rope. Okay, so वो rope और spindle fiber क्या करेगा? वो help करेगा DNA को equally divide करने में. Now this spindle fiber is actually going to form from centrioles. So centrioles is helping in cell division. But the centriole forms spindle fiber. Well, na, spindle fiber is not made up of centriole. Centriole forms spindle fiber. and tubulin is a protein that is you can say it is the structural part of spindle fiber. Spindle fiber is made up of tubulin protein. Like ropes किसकी बनी होती है? Fibers की बनी होती है ना. Ropes are made up of fibers. Just like spindle fiber is a rope and it is made up of tubulin proteins. Yes बच्चा, astral rays भी form हो रहे हैं from centrioles only, and spindle fiber, astral rays, both are going to divide cell. So it is helping in cell division. You just need to remember this much. I'm going to repeat whole slide again. Please listen to me carefully. Okay? So we are doing centrosome or the centriole. So centrosome kya hai? It is actually first of all you need to remember that it is found in animal cell only, not in plant cell. It is absent in plant cell. It is present only in animal cell. Second thing, it is a membraneless organelle. It doesn't have any membrane in it. Okay? Third, centrosome actually kya hai? Centrosome actually it is the dense part of the cytoplasm. It is the dense cytoplasm that surround the two cylindrical structure, and these two cylindrical structure you can say centrosome will be containing centrioles, and these centrioles are made up of microtubule. These centrioles are made up of microtubule. Is it clear till now? Centrosome is the dense part of the cytoplasm. Centrosome के अंदर there are two cylindrical structure that are present known as centrioles, and centrioles are made up of microtubule which are 9 in number. Microtubules are arranged in 9 groups. Function क्या है? दो main function है. First function is that it is going to form spindle fiber and astral rays which help in cell division. The second function is it provide basal body. Basal body provide करता है, that is ultimately going to form cilia and flagella. So it is forming locomotory organ in some organism. This was whole about centriole or centrosome. I'll take all the doubts at the end of the lecture, don't worry. कोई भी doubt है तो just note it down in your notebook. Keep it, I will take all the doubts. वेंकट, बेसल बॉडी बच्चा क्या होता है? बेसल बॉडी एक पार्ट होता है सीलिया एंड फ्लैजिला का. इट इज अ पार्ट ऑफ सीलिया एंड फ्लैजिला. सो बेसल बॉडी कहां से प्रोवाइड होता है? इट इज प्रोवाइडेड बाय दी सेंट्रियोल्स. So ultimately we can say centrioles are going to form cilia and flagella. They are helping in the formation of cilia and flagella. फिर से एक्सप्लेन करती हूँ सेकेंड पार्ट. सेंट्रियोल प्रोवाइड बेसल बॉडी. सेंट्रियोल है जो प्रोवाइड कर रहा है, कुछ बेसल बॉडी है वो प्रोवाइड कर रहा है. अब बेसल बॉडी क्या है? इट इज अ पार्ट ऑफ सीलिया एंड फ्लैजिला. ये एक पार्ट है that ultimately form the cilia and flagella. So you can say centrioles are in turn going to form cilia and flagella. You can ultimately say that they are help in the formation of locomotory organs like cilia and flagella. Ritija, astral rays or spindle fibers, they are made up of some proteins. You can say tubulin proteins के बने होते हैं ये. Just like rope में, rope किसका बना होता है? Rope is made up of fibers. Just like that, spindle fiber and astral rays are made up of some proteins that are helping in the cell division. Yes, Ashi, you are correct. Because microtubule in a way help in cell division. Centriole का structure बना के. Yes, Ridija, no definite structure. That is why I have told you, na, it has no membrane. It is a membrane-less organelle. अगर एक membrane होता तो we can say that इसका एक particular structure है, but it lacks a particular membrane. It is a membrane-less organelle. बच्चा माइक्रोट्यूब्यूल्स सब इसी में हेल्प करता है, सेल डिवीजन में, प्लस ये सेल के अंदर बहुत माइन्यूट स्ट्रक्चर बनाता है जो सेल को सपोर्ट करता है. इट इज नोन एज साइटोस्केलेटन. मतलब सेल का समझ लो एक स्केलेटल टाइप का बनाता है. So that is not in your syllabus right now. So just remember that tubulin or microtubule are going to help in cell division. Yes, centrosome is found in the cytoplasm only near the nucleus. Centrosome or centrioles, they found in cytoplasm only near the nucleus. Ashi, they are just surrounding it, but they are not covered with any membrane. Yes, basal bodies are part of cilia and flagella only. Yes, Akshat, all cell organelles are found in cytoplasm only. Ishan, tubule and microtubule, these are protein-like structure that helps in cell division. Spindle fiber, astral rays बनाने में help करते हैं. Okay, I'll take all the doubts at the end of the lecture. Let us proceed. Now, we will start with mitochondria. Mitochondria, it is the next cell organelle that we are going to discuss. So, mitochondria का बच्चा discovery किया था कॉलिकर ने. Who discovered mitochondria? Mitochondria was discovered by Koliker. Bachcha, keep your doubts, just note it down in your notebook. I will take all the doubts at the end of the lecture. Lecture के end में 10 minutes I will take all the doubts. Don't worry. Just listen to me carefully right now, okay? Yes, Pratyush, the function of centrosome and centriole is same. Both are same, one and same thing. Okay, so mitochondria was discovered by Koliker, but the term mitochondria was given by Benda. Okay, so discovery was done by Koliker, but the term was given by Benda. Now let us see. Yes, cytoplasm was also discovered by Koliker, but mitochondria was also discovered by Koliker. Now please look at the structure carefully. Okay, so mitochondria is a double membranous organelle. It is a double membranous organelle. Okay, so double membrane का मतलब क्या है? It has two membrane. One is outer one and other is inner one. One is outer one and other is inner one. So if you will look at the diagram, the outer one is smooth. The outer membrane is smooth, but the inner membrane is folded into many infoldings. Outer membrane is smooth, but the inner one is folded into many infoldings, and these infoldings are known as cristae. These infoldings are known as cristae. So first thing, Mitochondria is made up of two membranes. It has two membranes. One is outer, the other is inner. Outer one is smooth, while inner one is enfolded into many enfoldings. And these enfoldings are known as cristae. Third thing, the space between outer and inner membrane is known as intermembrane space. As you can see, दो स्कूल में competition होता है तो we say it inter school competition, right? The competition between two schools is inter school competition. Just like the space between two membrane is known as intermembrane space. Got it? So the outer membrane is smooth hai. Inner membrane is enfolded into many enfoldings known as cristae, and the space between outer and inner membrane is known as intermembrane space. Okay? Now next thing. Now ये जो cristae है ना बच्चा, the enfoldings of inner membrane, the cristae, it has an enzyme known as ATPase. Enzyme known as ATPase enzyme. And this ATPase is also known as FOF1 particle. It is also known as FOF1 particles. And it is also known as oxysome. Okay? So cristae or the inner membrane in the mitochondria, it has an enzyme known as ATPase or FOF1 particle or oxysome. All three are same, just with different terminology. Okay? Now this ATPase is actually going to form ATP. It is going to form ATP. And what is the full form of ATP? It is adenosine triphosphate. It is adenosine triphosphate, and it is the energy currency of the cell. Voice is not clear. Just wait, I'll just rejoin. Just wait, huh? I'll just rejoin. Please wait. Okay, so we were looking at the diagram or the diagram of the mitochondria. Okay, so it has one outer membrane which is smooth, and inner membrane is enfolded into many enfoldings known as cristae. The space between outer and inner membrane is known as intermembrane space. Okay, so the space between outer and inner membrane is known as intermembrane space. Now the inner lining, it has a lot of oxysome. You can see here in the structure, black dotted structure. Bacha, cristae is the infolding of the inner membrane. Cristae is the infolding of the inner membrane. Okay. Now these cristae have lots of oxysome, or you can say FOF1 particles. These are also known as ATPase. These are also known as ATPase. ATPase means going to form energy currency of the cell, which is ATP. So basically it's an enzyme. It has three names. One is ATPase, the other is oxysome, and the third one is FOF1 particle. Okay. So this is the enzyme that is present on the inner membrane of the mitochondria, and ultimately it is going to help mitochondria, or you can say it is going to help in the formation of ATP, which is the energy currency of any organism. So energy ultimately किस organism, मतलब किसी भी organism में energy ultimately कहाँ से मिल रहा है? Through ATP. And ये ATP कहाँ form हो रहा है? This ATP is forming in mitochondria. Through which? Through ATPase enzyme, or through oxysome, or through FOF1 particle. Right? So you have understood? That is why mitochondria is known as, that is why the mitochondria is known as powerhouse of the cell. That is why mitochondria is known as powerhouse of the cell. Okay? Now बच्चा, जो जितना भी inner part है ना mitochondria का, all the inner region of the mitochondria, whatever is inside the mitochondria, whatever is inside the inner membrane, that whole region is known as matrix. That whole region is known as matrix. No bacha, ATPase is the enzyme that form ATP. ATPase is the enzyme that form ATP. And ATPase is same as oxysome and FOF1 particle. Cristae is the inner folding, inner membrane का जो folding है. All the foldings of the inner membrane, you can see this inner membrane is folded here. See, inner membrane is folded here. So these inner membrane infoldings are known as cristae. ATPase forms ATP. ATPase is the enzyme. ATPase forms ATP. And ATP is energy currency. Please listen to me carefully, bacha. Matrix is the all inner part of the mitochondria. जितना भी inner part है mitochondria का, it is matrix. Okay? So all the inner region of the mitochondria is matrix. Now its matrix has two things in it. Bacha, ATP का full form it is already written here. Adenosine triphosphate. See, I have already written. Okay. Now matrix के अंदर बच्चा there are two things. One is DNA as well as ribosome. But we have already studied कि DNA कहाँ present होता है? DNA तो present होता है nucleus में. But mitochondria is the cell organelle जिसके पास अपना खुद का DNA भी होता है. It has its own DNA. Mitochondria has its own DNA which is suspended in the matrix region of the mitochondria. Okay. Now DNA इसके पास अपना खुद का. Also it has ribosome. It has its own ribosome. And ribosome में you have already studied there are two types of ribosome. One is 70S and the other is 80S. And 70S ribosome किस में था बच्चा? Prokaryotes में था. राइट? सो जस्ट लाइक प्रोकैरियोटिक राइबोसोम, माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया के पास अपने खुद के राइबोसोम होते हैं विच इज ऑफ 70S टाइप. नाउ सिंस डीएनए भी है इसके पास अपना खुद का and it has its own ribosome as well, that is why this cell organelle is considered to be semi-autonomous organelle. Semi-autonomous organelle means ये अपना खुद का प्रोटीन फॉर्म कर सकता है because it has its own DNA, it has its own ribosome. Okay, so since it has its own DNA and its own ribosome, that is why they are considered to be semi-autonomous organelle. They can form its own protein. They are not dependent on nucleus DNA wholly. They can form their own proteins because of the presence of DNA and ribosomes. Okay, so that is why it is known as semi-autonomous organelle. Mrudula, ATPase is the enzyme that forms ATP. ATPase is the enzyme that forms ATP. Clear है mitochondria? Let me repeat it again. Once again, I'll just repeat it. Listen to me carefully, okay? Mitochondria, it is a double membrane cell organelle. It has two membrane. बच्चा कॉलिकर इज द साइंटिस्ट जिसने डिस्कवरी किया था माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया का, बट टर्म माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया वाज गिवन बाय मिस्टर बेंडा. ओके, so mitochondria discovered by Kolliker and the term mitochondria was given by Mr. Benda. Now mitochondria has two membrane. One is outer membrane, the other is inner membrane. I am explaining the whole slide once again. Please listen to me carefully. आपके सारे doubts clear हो जाएंगे. Please listen to me. Okay? So mitochondria was discovered by Kolliker, but the term mitochondria was given by Mr. Benda. Mitochondria is a double membranous cell organelle. Double membrane means it has two membrane. One is the outer membrane. Just look at the image. One is the outer membrane. The other is the inner membrane. Now the space between the outer and inner membrane is known as intermembrane space. The space between the outer and inner membrane is known as intermembrane space. Outer membrane is smooth, but inner membrane is enfolded into many enfoldings. Inner membrane is folded into many enfoldings, and these enfoldings are known as cristae. See, inner membrane ये enfolded है, and these enfolded are known as cristae. Now these enfolded has an enzyme known as ATPase enzyme. These enfoldings has an enzyme known as ATPase enzyme. This ATPase is also known as oxysome, and you can also call it FOF1 particle. You can also call it as FOF1 particle. You can also call this enzyme oxysome. You can also call this enzyme ATPase. तीनों एक ही चीज है, एंड फंक्शन क्या है इसका? फॉर्मेशन ऑफ एटीपी. फंक्शन क्या है? फॉर्मेशन ऑफ एटीपी. एटीपी की फुल फॉर्म एडेनोसाइन ट्राइफॉस्फेट. आई हैव ऑलरेडी रिटन इट हियर. एडेनोसाइन ट्राइफॉस्फेट. इट इज एक्चुअली द एनर्जी करेंसी ऑफ द सेल. कितने भी ऑर्गेनिज्म, जितने भी ऑर्गेनिज्म है लिविंग ऑर्गेनिज्म, उनको जो एनर्जी मिलता है टू डू ऑल द फंक्शंस, it is because of this ATP only. So ATP is the energy currency of the cell. Now since this ATP is forming within the mitochondria, so that is why this mitochondria can be called powerhouse of the cell. Since this ATP is forming within the mitochondria, this mitochondria can be called powerhouse of the cell. Okay, now all the inner part of the mitochondria, जो inner membrane के अंदर है, that all inner part of the mitochondria is known as matrix. It is known as matrix. ठीक है, लेट्स से एक रूम के अंदर जितना भी एरिया होता है ना, वैसे ही माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया के अंदर जितना भी एरिया है, इट इज नोन एज मैट्रिक्स. नाउ इस इट मैट्रिक्स रूम के अंदर अलग अलग फर्नीचर हो सकता है. जस्ट लाइक दैट मैट्रिक्स के अंदर दो चीजें हैं, डीएनए एंड राइबोसोम. सो माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया के पास इसका खुद का डीएनए है एज वेल एज इसका खुद का राइबोसोम है. एंड दैट राइबोसोम इज एक्चुअली ऑफ विच टाइप? It is of 70S type. Okay, so inner region is matrix, and it matrix has two particles, two things in it, DNA as well as ribosome. Since this mitochondria has its own DNA and it has its own ribosome, it can form its protein itself. It is not dependent on the DNA of the nucleus. So that is why it is considered to be semi-autonomous organelle. Why semi? Why half autonomous? बच्चा autonomous मतलब कि self dependent है. Autonomous means self dependent है. But यहाँ we are saying semi-autonomous. Semi because it is disconnected. Okay, so I think mitochondria clear है अभी. Semi-autonomous because half dependent है, or you can say half independent है. Okay, half independent क्यों है? खुद का डीएनए है, खुद का राइबोसोम है, so they can form their own protein. बट जब सेल नया फॉर्म हो रहा होगा तो दीज माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया मस्ट हैव फॉर्म फ्रॉम डीएनए रीजन ऑफ द न्यूक्लियस. जैसा डीएनए ऑफ न्यूक्लियस जैसा भी जीन होगा न्यूक्लियस के अंदर ऑफ डीएनए, वैसे ही माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया उससे बनेगा. सो इट इज हाफ डिपेंडेंट ऑन न्यूक्लियस ऑफ द सेल एंड हाफ डिपेंडेंट ऑन इट्स ओन डीएनए. दैट इज व्हाई सेमी ऑटोनॉमस ऑर्गेनल. Okay, so this was about mitochondria. Yes, Rishit, ask your doubt, बच्चा. बच्चा FOF1 पोर्शन क्या होता है? ये आई हैव टोल्ड यू, इसके पास एक ऑक्सीजोम एंजाइम है. These are also known as ATPase enzyme, right? So actually this FOF1 particle is, you can see in the image, it has a head part and it has a tail part. एक head region होता है और एक tail like part होता है. So that head part is known as F1 part and that tail like part is known as FO part. So that is what is is FOF1. Okay, so let us proceed with another cell organelle. If you have any doubt, please keep it, note it down in your notebook. I will take all the doubts in the last 10-15 minutes. Don't worry. So mitochondria was a double membranous cell organelle. Just like mitochondria, plastid is also a double membranous cell organelle. Please remember it. ठीक है, देखते हैं अभी कैसे. Now we are proceeding towards plastid, another cell organelle. No, peroxisome अभी नहीं हुआ है बच्चा. आशी, we will cover it. We will cover it. माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया में मैंने FOF1 पार्टिकल बताया एंड में बच्चा. FOF1 particle is a part of, you can say it is a part of ATPase enzyme or oxysome. So it has two parts, one head region and other the tail region. As you can see in the diagram, it has one head part and one tail-like part. So that head part is known as F1 and that tail-like part is known as FO. So FOF1 particle. Okay. Now let us proceed towards plastid. Plastid are the cell organelle that are found in plant cells only. Plastid are the cell organelle that are found in plant cells only. They are absent in animal cell. They are found in plant cells only. Right? And they are again like mitochondria, they are semi-autonomous organelle. क्योंकि इनके पास भी बच्चा इनका खुद का डीएनए होता है, इनके खुद के राइबोसोम्स होते हैं. So they are also semi-autonomous organelles. Okay. Now Haeckel was the scientist who discovered plastid, but the term plastid was given by Schimper. Haeckel was the scientist who discovered plastid, and the term plastid was given by Schimper. Now plastid are of three types. Plastid three types के हैं बच्चा, namely leucoplast, chromoplast and chloroplast. Three types of plastid, namely leucoplast, chromoplast and chloroplast. Again I am repeating, plastid found in plant cells only, सिर्फ plant cells में मिलेगा, and plastids are actually semi-autonomous organelles just like mitochondria because they also have their own DNA, own ribosome. And again यहाँ पे भी ribosome कौन से type का है? 70S type. It is of 70S type. Now Haeckel was the scientist who discovered plastid. Haeckel was the scientist who discovered plastid, and the term was given by Schimper. The term plastid was given by Schimper. Now plastid बच्चा three types के हैं. Plastid are of three types: leucoplast, chromoplast and chloroplast. Leucoplast, chromoplast, chloroplast. Okay, so let's start with leucoplast first. बच्चा प्लास्टिड क्या है ना? प्लास्टिड इज द सेल ऑर्गेनल जिसमें कुछ पिगमेंट्स मिलते हैं, जिनके अंदर क्या मिलते हैं? सम पिगमेंट्स आर फॉर्म्ड. पिगमेंट्स का काम क्या होता है? पिगमेंट्स जनरली दे एब्जॉर्ब लाइट एनर्जी. पिगमेंट्स एब्जॉर्ब लाइट एनर्जी. But leucoplast is the plastid which has no pigment. Leucoplast has no pigment in it. Please remember it. Leucoplast has no pigment. अगर कोई pigment नहीं है and it is not absorbing any light energy, so pigments क्या करते हैं? Light energy को absorb करके they reflect any light from the light energy. आपको पता है व्हाइट रीजन जो होता है लाइट का, it can be divided into Vibgyor 7 colors. The white region of the light, it can be divided into 7 different colors. Vibgyor, जो हमारे जिसे हम विजिबल रीजन भी बोलते हैं, राइट? सो वैसे ही जो पिगमेंट्स होते हैं बच्चा, पिगमेंट्स जो होते हैं वो लाइट को एब्जॉर्ब तो करते हैं एंड देन इट रिफ्लेक्ट अ पर्टिकुलर लाइट. That's why we are able to see different colors in the plant, right? But leucoplast is the plastid जिसके अंदर कोई भी pigment present नहीं होता है. Leucoplast is the plastid which has no pigment in it. अगर इसके अंदर अब कोई pigment नहीं है तो it can be considered as colorless plastid. It can be considered as colorless plastid because it has no pigment in it. तो इसका फंक्शन क्या हो जाएगा? इसका फंक्शन हो जाएगा it stores food material. It is present in the plant cell and food materials. It is going to store the food material. So leucoplast के बारे में सबसे first thing, it has no pigment. कोई pigment present नहीं होता है. Second thing, because कोई pigment present नहीं है, that is why it is considered as colorless plastid. That is why it is considered as colorless plastid. Now function क्या होगा फिर इसका? Color तो provide कर नहीं रहा है क्योंकि pigment नहीं है. So the main function will be storage of food material. The main function will be storage of food material. Now leucoplasts बच्चा are further divided into 3 categories. Leucoplasts further divided into 3 categories: amyloplasts, elaioplasts, and aleuroplasts. You can see here I have already written amyloplasts, elaioplasts, and aleuroplasts. So we have already seen that leucoplasts क्या करते हैं? Food का storage करते हैं. If they are going to store starch, if they are going to store starch, they are going to be called as amyloplast. अगर starch grain store कर रहे हैं तो they are going to be called as amyloplast. अगर वो lipid and oil, lipid is fat, lipid is fat. Okay, कहीं पे भी lipid आता है तो just imagine that you are talking about fat only. Okay, so lipid या फिर oil store कर रहे हैं, then they are going to be called as elaioplast or lipidoplast or oleoplast. बच्चा elaioplast, lipidoplast, oleoplast one and same thing. Oil store करता है तो oleoplast बोल दिया, lipidoplast lipid store करता है तो lipidoplast बोल दिया, one and same thing. All the 3 names are the terminology for the single thing only. Okay, now aleuroplast, when it is going to store protein, if it is going to store protein, if it is storing protein, then it is known as aleuroplast or proteinoplast. So leucoplast बच्चा, it has no pigment, colorless plastid है. Colorless plastid है तो transparent like होगी, but you are able to see it. ऐसा नहीं है कि वो translucent सा you can say. So you are able to recollect कि हाँ कुछ है वहां पर. Okay धवल? So it is somewhat translucent you can say. Okay, so no pigment in leucoplast, colorless plastid, mainly function as storage of food material. 3 types हैं. अगर store कर रहा है starch, then it be called amyloplast. If it is storing lipid and oil, it is called as elaioplast, lipidoplast or oleoplast. And if it is going to store protein, then it is known as proteinoplast or aleuroplast. So this was about leucoplast, which was a colorless plastid, and the main function is storage of food material. Now second one is chromoplast. अब leucoplast के पास pigment नहीं थे, but chloroplast has pigments known as carotenoid. Okay, so chromoplast के पास pigments हैं and these pigments are known as carotenoids. अब इन pigments का काम क्या होता है? They provide various colors. Carotenoids can be seen in different colors. They are of different colors except green. Except green. Please remember this. Carotenoid is a pigment जो chromoplast में present होते हैं, and these are of different colors except green. Except green color. Okay? So इनका function क्या है? Color provide करना. So fruits को, flowers को, इन सबको color कौन provide कर रहा है? These carotenoid only, which are present in chromoplast. Okay? So flower के अंदर जो petals हैं, fruits का color है, it is all because of the chromoplast cell organelle, because it has carotenoid pigment. Okay, now two things that you need to remember बच्चा, अगर फियोप्लास्ट है तो हमने उसे ब्राउन कलर बोल दिया, अगर ब्राउन कलर का पिगमेंट है तो हमने उसे फियोप्लास्ट बोल दिया, because this is present in brown algae. algae के different types होते हैं बच्चा, and brown algae अगर है तो उसमें कौन सा क्रोमोप्लास्ट प्रेजेंट होगा? It has फियोप्लास्ट. रितिजा मैं उस पॉइंट पे आ रही हूँ, जस्ट वेट. ओके, सो अगर ब्राउन कलर का एल्गी है तो उसके पास कौन सा क्रोमोप्लास्ट होगा? फियोप्लास्ट. और अगर रेड एल्गी है बच्चा, उसके अंदर रेड एल्गी है तो इट हैज व्हिच टाइप ऑफ क्रोमोप्लास्ट? इट हैज रोडोप्लास्ट. तो ये दो चीज यू शुड रिमेंबर, कभी कभी कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम्स में पूछ लेते हैं. ओके, brown algae has pheoplast and red algae has rhodoplast. अदर कलर्स को बच्चा कुछ स्पेसिफिक नाम नहीं दिया है, बिकॉज जो एल्गी होती है ना वो जनरली थ्री कलर्स में मिलती है. इट हैज थ्री क्लासेस, ब्राउन एल्गी, रेड एल्गी एंड ग्रीन एल्गी. तो ब्राउन एल्गी होगा तो फियोप्लास्ट, रेड एल्गी होगा रोडोप्लास्ट. दैट इज व्हाई दीस टू कलर्स हैज गिवन स्पेशलाइज्ड नेम्स. Okay, now I told you bachcha except green. Why not green? Because the third type of plastid, that is chloroplast, the third type of plastid, that is chloroplast, it is actually has a pigment known as chlorophyll. It has a pigment known as chlorophyll. See here, chloroplast is the third type of leucoplast, and it has a pigment known as chlorophyll, and this is green color. So green color कहीं पे भी बच्चा available होगा ना, तो it is because of chloroplast. It is because of this green color pigment known as chlorophyll. Now you can say कुछ fruits green color के होते हैं when unripe, और उसके बाद वो ripened हो जाते हैं, तो they are when they are ripened they have different colors, right? So actually chloroplast sometimes after some time it can be changed into chloroplast. So chlorophyll pigment disintegrate हो जाता है and carotenoid pigments form होते हैं. So that is why green color changes to any other color. Okay, so chloroplast is a plastid which is green in color because of the presence of chlorophyll pigment. Yes, Ridija, you are correct. Okay, मैं फिर से रिपीट करती हूँ, chloroplast is the third type of plastid. Okay, now it is the one that is green in color because of a special pigment that is known as chlorophyll. क्लोरोप्लास्ट के अंदर एक स्पेशल पिगमेंट होता है नोन एज क्लोरोफिल, एंड क्लोरोफिल एक्चुअली ग्रीन कलर इम्पार्ट करता है. ओके, सो दैट इज व्हाई इट इज if anywhere in the plant like leaf or stem it is green in color, it is because of this chlorophyll pigment which is found in chloroplast. अब इसका स्ट्रक्चर देखते हैं पहले. ओके, let us look at the structure first. Again, just like mitochondria, it is also a double membranous organelle. It is also a double membranous organelle. So it has also an outer membrane and an inner membrane. And the space between two membranes is known as intermembrane space. So it has also an outer membrane, an inner membrane, and the space between the membrane is known as intermembrane space. Okay? Now माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया में जितना भी इनर रीजन था उसको हमने क्या बोला था? मैट्रिक्स. राइट? माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया के जितना भी इनर वाला पार्ट था दैट वाज मैट्रिक्स. हियर इन क्लोरोप्लास्ट जितना भी इनर रीजन है दैट इज नोन एज स्ट्रोमा. इफ यू सी हियर कर्सर पे, where my cursor is, stroma, all the inner part of the chloroplast. जैसे एक रूम है, रूम के अंदर जितना भी इनर रीजन है वैसे ही क्लोरोप्लास्ट के अंदर जितना भी इनर रीजन है दैट इज नोन एज स्ट्रोमा. So the whole inner region or inner part of the chloroplast is known as stroma. First thing, ठीक है? Now अब इसके अंदर भी जैसे रूम के अंदर फर्नीचर होते हैं वैसे क्लोरोप्लास्ट के अंदर भी कुछ फर्नीचर होगा. लेट अस सी वो फर्नीचर क्या है. ओके, सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल दिस डिस्क लाइक स्ट्रक्चर यू कैन सी हियर, ग्रीन डिस्क लाइक स्ट्रक्चर और कॉइन लाइक स्ट्रक्चर. राइट? दिस कॉइन लाइक स्ट्रक्चर इफ यू take it out or you can take only single coin like structure, it is known as thylakoid. See here where my cursor is lying, the single coin like structure is known as thylakoid. Single coin like structure or single disc like structure is known as thylakoid. ठीक है? अब इसका एक अलग से membrane है. Thylakoid has its own membrane. Thylakoid has its own membrane known as thylakoid membrane. So thylakoid क्या है? एक disc like structure है, coin like structure, and it has its own membrane known as thylakoid membrane. Now thylakoid को अगर आप कट करोगे तो thylakoid के अंदर इसका खुद का रीजन है. इसको ऐसे इमेजिन करो, पूरा जो क्लोरोप्लास्ट है वो एक हाउस है, एक फ्लैट है, और फ्लैट के अंदर डिफरेंट रूम होते हैं. That rooms are thylakoid. तो thylakoid के अंदर खुद का भी तो रीजन होगा ना. एक रूम के अंदर खुद का रीजन होता है. So thylakoid का inner region is known as lumen. Thylakoid का inner region is known as lumen. Please फिर से सुनो. The whole inner part of the chloroplast is known as stroma. Then the disc-like structure within this stroma region of the chloroplast is known as thylakoid. This coin-like structure is known as thylakoid, and it has its own membrane known as thylakoid membrane. And inner part of the thylakoid is known as this lumen. Lumen. Okay. So thylakoid membrane and lumen is the inner part of the thylakoid. Now बच्चा, as you can see, thylakoids ये सब piled up है, one above the other. They are piled up in group, right? So these groups of thylakoids are known as granum. Single is granum or plural is grana. Both are same thing. सिंगल है तो ग्रैनम बोल दिया, प्लूरल है तो ग्रैना. ओके, सो ग्रुप ऑफ thylakoid is known as grana or the grana. Now you can see these grana are connected with this green like structure. These grana, they are interconnected. So the interconnection is known as lamella. This interconnection is known as lamella. Again, the membrane of the thylakoid is known as thylakoid membrane. Thylakoid membrane is thylakoid membrane only. Okay, and this group of thylakoid are known as grana. So granas are interconnected through which lamella. Lamella is the one that connects the grana. सो एक्चुअली ये लेमेला क्या है, इट इज स्ट्रोमल, स्ट्रोमा रीजन में है एंड सिंगली प्रेजेंट है, किसी के साथ ग्रुप में नहीं है, तो इसको स्ट्रोमा थाइलाकॉइड भी बोलते हैं बच्चा, स्ट्रोमा थाइलाकॉइड एंड लेमेला, और यू कैन से स्ट्रोमल लेमेला, वन एंड सेम थिंग। ओके, सो लेमेला क्या है, लेमेला इज द वन दैट इज कनेक्टिंग टू ग्रेना, इंटरकनेक्टिंग टू ग्रेना। स्ट्रोमा मतलब, स्ट्रोमल मतलब बच्चा जो स्ट्रोमा रीजन में है, स्ट्रोमल मींस स्ट्रोमल रीजन, विद इन स्ट्रोमल रीजन। ऋषित, लीव दोस ब्लैक डॉट्स प्लीज, डोंट वरी अबाउट दैट, जितना मैं बता रही हूँ प्लीज डू इट, दैट मच विल बी सफिशिएंट। आशी, लेमेला क्या होता है बच्चा, लेमेला दो ग्रेना को कनेक्ट कर रहा है, लेमेला इज कनेक्टिंग टू ग्रेनास, सो इट इज जस्ट इंटरकनेक्टिंग लिंक, ठीक है, एंड इट इज एक्चुअली अ थाइलाकॉइड ओनली। तो एक थाइलाकॉइड सिंगली प्रेजेंट है स्ट्रोमा रीजन में एंड इट इज कनेक्टिंग टू ग्रेना। ओके, लेमेला बच्चा अभी डिफाइन करा, प्लीज इसे फिर से सुनो, लेमेला इज द पार्ट दैट कनेक्ट्स टू ग्रेना, lamella is the part that connects to grana and it is in the stromal region, so that is why it can also called as stromal thylakoid or stromal lamella. Okay, now chlorophyll, अभी हमने देखा that chlorophyll is the pigment that is found within the chloroplast, but ये chlorophyll मिलता कहाँ पे है बच्चा, this chlorophyll is actually found in the thylakoid membrane, थाइलाकॉइड के मेम्ब्रेन जो होते हैं, these are filled with this chlorophyll chlorophyll pigments. Okay, so I can say कि chlorophyll present है थाइलाकॉइड की मेम्ब्रेन पे, I can also say थाइलाकॉइड के अंदर chlorophyll present है, and I can also say that grana is containing chlorophyll. Why? Because grana is also the group of thylakoid only ना, तो अगर थाइलाकॉइड में क्लोरोफिल है तो ऑटोमेटिकली ग्रेना में भी क्लोरोफिल होंगे। ओके, रिद्धिजा, थाइलाकॉइड है, इट इज द कॉइन लाइक स्ट्रक्चर, थाइलाकॉइड की अपनी खुद की मेम्ब्रेन है नोन एज थाइलाकॉइड मेम्ब्रेन, एंड थाइलाकॉइड का इनर पोर्शन इट इज नोन एज ल्यूमेन, द इनर पोर्शन ऑफ द थाइलाकॉइड इज नोन एज ल्यूमेन। महाती, क्रोमोप्लास्ट का स्ट्रक्चर आपको अभी नहीं करना है बच्चा, उसमें ऐसा कुछ भी कॉम्प्लेक्स स्ट्रक्चर नहीं होता है, द पिगमेंट्स आर लाइंग जस्ट देयर ओनली। यस आशी, ग्रेना इज द पाइल ऑफ थाइलाकॉइड, इट इज अ ग्रुप ऑफ थाइलाकॉइड। ओके, इतना क्लियर है? तो एक बार फिर से मैं क्लोरोप्लास्ट रिपीट कर रही हूं, प्लीज डिस्कवर बच्चा, मैं फिर से रिपीट कर रही हूँ, प्लीज लिसन टू मी केयरफुली अगेन, आई एम रिपीटिंग। बच्चा, chloroplast was also discovered by Schimper only. I'm repeating plastid again, please listen to me carefully. हाँ बच्चा, ये बताया है मैंने ऑलरेडी, they have their own ribosome which is of 70S type, क्योंकि प्लास्टिड का ही पार्ट है ना, तो I have already told you that plastid are semi autonomous organelle. You can see यहाँ पे राइबोसोम भी है और इसका DNA भी है, right? So they are also considered to be semi autonomous organelle. I'm explaining again, please listen to me carefully. Okay, so plastid are the cell organelle जो कहाँ मिलती है, they are found in plant cell only, they are found in plant cell only. Okay, and they are considered as semi autonomous organelle. Mahati, क्रोमोप्लास्ट में आई हैव ऑलरेडी टोल्ड यू कि उसका स्ट्रक्चर आपको नहीं पढ़ना है. क्रोमोप्लास्ट का स्ट्रक्चर इज नॉट इन योर सिलेबस, इतना कॉम्प्लेक्स नहीं है. It is just storing all the pigments in their you can say stroma region only, just like that. Okay, now plastid, they are found in plant cell only. They have their own DNA and ribosome. That is why again considered to be semi-autonomous organelle. They are considered as semi-autonomous organelle just like mitochondria because खुद का DNA है and खुद का राइबोसोम भी है. Okay, so it was first discovered by Haeckel and the term was given by Schimper. Now plastid बच्चा 3 types के होते हैं, leucoplast, chromoplast and chloroplast. Then that is not your syllabus, you can leave it. I have told you yellow, other colors को कुछ स्पेसिफिक नाम नहीं दिया है, just leave it. There are many types of algae, सबका नाम आपको याद नहीं रखना है. So plastid are of 3 types: leucoplast, chromoplast, chloroplast. Leucoplast is the one which has no pigment in it, no pigment. That is why it is considered as colorless plastid. And इसका function क्या है? Storage of food material within the plant. So it can be of 3 types. अगर starch store कर रहा है, then it is known as amyloplast. If it is storing lipid or oil, it is known as elaioplast or lipidoplast or oleoplast. If it is storing protein, it is known as aleuroplast. No बच्चा, leucoplast, chromoplast किसी का स्ट्रक्चर नहीं करना है, only chloroplast का स्ट्रक्चर करना है. Earth, I am coming on to that point, please wait. So leucoplast 3 types के, if it is storing starch grain, it is known as amyloplast. If it is storing lipid and oil, it is known as elaioplast, lipidoplast and oleoplast. And if it is storing protein, it is known as aleuroplast and proteinoplast. Okay, so next is chromoplast. Chromoplast main pigment is carotenoid and it provides or impart different color to different fruits and flowers. Okay, so it has many colors, or you can say various color except green. So it is the one that is going to impart color to petals of flowers as well as fruits. If it is present in brown algae, it is known as pheoplast, and if it is formed in red algae, it is known as rhodoplast. Now chloroplast, the third type of plastid. Chloroplast is the one जिसके अंदर कौन सा पिगमेंट प्रेजेंट है? क्लोरोफिल. And it is a double membrane structure. So it will have its outer membrane, its inner membrane, and the space between two membranes is known as intermembrane space. Okay. Now the whole inner part of the chloroplast is known as stroma. And coin-like structure within the chloroplast is known as thylakoid. Coin-like structure, thylakoid. Thylakoid का खुद का membrane है, known as thylakoid membrane. Thylakoid का खुद का membrane है, known as thylakoid membrane. And the inner part of the thylakoid, all the yellow part you can see here, thylakoid the inner region है. It is known as lumen. Okay. Now group of thylakoid, पूरा group of thylakoid, or you can say piles of thylakoid, because thylakoids are arranged in stacks one above the other. It is known as granum. Singular granum, plural होगा तो grana. G-R-A-N-A, grana, plural अगर है तो. Okay. Now दो grana को जो बच्चा connect कर रहा है, it is known as lamella. It is known as lamella. बच्चा डायग्राम आपको क्लोरोप्लास्ट का लर्न करना है, माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया का लर्न करना है. ओके. So this was about chloroplast. Now the question can arise here, chlorophyll pigment chloroplast में present होता है, but chloroplast में कहाँ present होता है? Where actually the chlorophyll pigment present within the chloroplast? Okay, so Siddhi, grana is plural. Grana is plural. So chlorophyll pigment are actually present in the thylakoid membrane. So you can say कि chlorophyll कहाँ present है? Thylakoid में. You can say thylakoid की membrane में. You can say grana में present है, because grana भी क्या है actually? Grana are actually group of thylakoid only. So अगर thylakoid में chlorophyll pigment present है, तो ultimately grana में भी present होगा ही. Yes, Nabia. The chloroplast is also discovered by Schimper only. The term, even the term chloroplast is given by Schimper. Okay. Now, since it is catching most of the light, the chlorophyll pigment, it is absorbing most of the lights within the plant. The solar energy, the solar light, the sun energy, ये किससे absorb होती है? Chlorophyll pigment के through. And it is utilized in the formation of food within the plant, and the formation of food within the plant is known as photosynthesis. Okay, so photosynthesis process में कौन सी cell organelle help कर रहा है? Chloroplast. और आपसे question पूछ सकते हैं, which cell organelle is the kitchen of the plant? Is considered to be kitchen of the plant. तो खाना कहाँ बन रहा है plant का? Photosynthesis के through the food of the plant is forming within the chloroplast only. So chloroplast is considered as kitchen of the cell. Okay. So chloroplast के पास chlorophyll pigment है जो sun energy को trap करता है, and photosynthesis process के through it forms glucose. It forms food within the plant. Okay. So it is also considered as kitchen of the cell. बच्चा black spot छोड़ दो, that is not under your syllabus, so I have removed all the labeling. Just leave it. Don't worry about it. Okay. So I think this much is enough. You can ask your doubt. You can ask your doubt. Then we will proceed further in the next class. You can ask your doubt. DNA is in the stroma part, bachcha. You can see here. भी inner part है ना chloroplast का, उसी के अंदर DNA ऐसे ही suspended है. Those students, sorry. Hello. Are you able to listen to me? Able to listen me? Am I audible? Yeah, okay. So बच्चा जिसको doubt नहीं है, they can leave. Those students who don't have doubts, they can leave. It's okay. Those who have doubts, please stay and ask. Bachcha, ribosomes don't have a regular structure. Yes, they are also membraneless. नबिया, cilia and flagella ना outermost layer पे होते हैं. जैसे paramecium का structure देखना, उसे it has a lots of cilia. तो वो outermost layer जो भी होगी cell की, उससे tiny hair-like structures निकलते हैं, and these are called as cilia. Rishit, astral rays are just like, you can imagine, it is just like spindle fiber only. तो rope like structures होते हैं जो help करते हैं cell division में. Yes, elioplast is same. Elioplast is another name for lipidoplast and oleoplast. Elioplast is another name for lipidoplast and oleoplast. Yes, cyanobacteria के पास बच्चा chlorophyll pigments होते हैं, but they have some another type of pigment known as bacteriochlorophyll. उनका structure थोड़ा सा different होता है. यस, माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया एंड क्लोरोप्लास्ट दोनों के पास 70s टाइप ऑफ राइबोसोम होता है. माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया एंड क्लोरोप्लास्ट इनके अंदर जो राइबोसोम होता है इट इज ऑफ 70s टाइप. Yes, Ridhija. Mitochondria and chloroplasts, actually these cell organelles are considered to be originated from bacteria. Okay, these cell organelles are considered to be originated from bacteria. अब बैक्टीरिया के पास तो कौन सा बैक्टीरिया आर प्रोकैरियोट्स और उनके पास 70s टाइप का राइबोसोम होता है. सो दैट इज व्हाई माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया और क्लोरोप्लास्ट के पास 70s टाइप ऑफ राइबोसोम है. Isha, what was your doubt? But I'm unable to locate. बच्चा व्हाइट कलर भी मिल सकता है. व्हाइट कलर भी मिल सकता है. इट इज बिकॉज ऑफ क्रोमोप्लास्ट ओनली. इट इज नॉट ट्रांसपेरेंट ना. इट हैज सम कलर. बच्चा कैटाबॉलिज्म ऑफ फैटी एसिड पे अभी हम आए नहीं है. व्हेन वी विल बी डूइंग पेरोक्सिसोम एंड ग्लाइऑक्सिसोम आई विल बी एक्सप्लेनिंग कैटाबॉलिज्म ऑफ फैटी एसिड. डोंट वरी, अभी हमने वो पार्ट डिस्कस नहीं किया है. What is difference between granum and thylakoid? Manas, please listen to me carefully. Okay. Thylakoid है single coin-like structure. Single coin-like structure is thylakoid. When there is group of thylakoid present, that is known as granum. So single coin-like structure is thylakoid, and when group of thylakoid is present, that is known as granum. यस प्रेशा, जितने क्लोरोप्लास्ट अलग अलग टाइप के क्रोमोप्लास्ट में अलग अलग पिगमेंट्स हो सकते हैं. तो कौन से कलर का पिगमेंट कौन सी लाइट एब्जॉर्ब करके वो कौन सी लाइट रिफ्लेक्ट कर रहा है, द कलर विल डिपेंड ऑन दैट. तो अलग अलग पिगमेंट अलग अलग तरह की लाइट रिफ्लेक्ट कर सकता है. बच्चा मैट्रिक्स इज द पार्ट इन माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया एंड स्ट्रोमा इज द पार्ट ऑफ क्लोरोप्लास्ट. एंड दोनों का कॉम्पोजिशन डिफरेंट है. दोनों में एंजाइम जो प्रेजेंट होंगी वो भी डिफरेंट होंगी. ओके अनन्या. यस नबीहा, माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया के पास भी खुद का डीएनए और राइबोसोम था. बच्चा वी हैव ऑलरेडी डिस्कस्ड इन द इमेज. दैट इज व्हाई हमने उसे सेमी ऑटोनॉमस ऑर्गेनल बोला था. हसीनी, इट इज नॉट लाइक कि राइबोसोम को 70s एट 80s हमें डिवाइड क्यों करना है. इट इज अ प्रॉपर्टी. प्रोकैरियोटिक जो प्रिमिटिव जो पुराने टाइप के सेल हैं उसमें ऐसा राइबोसोम मिलता है जिसको हमने जब सेडिमेंटेशन प्रोसेस के थ्रू रोटेट किया. सेडिमेंटेशन प्रोसेस में ना रोटेट करते हैं बहुत हाई स्पीड पे. तो व्हेन पार्टिकल्स आर सेटलिंग, दे आर सेटलिंग एट 70s. बट जो यूकैरियोटिक राइबोसोम है वो 80s पे जाके सेटल होते हैं. तो दैट इज व्हाई हम लोगों ने उनको सेपरेट कर दिया. So it is the property of the cell. Okay, Hasini, I think clear है अभी. यस, माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया में बच्चा 70S टाइप का राइबोसोम है, और राइबोसोम हेल्प करता है प्रोटीन मशीनरी में। राइबोसोम हेल्प इन सिंथेसाइजिंग ऑफ प्रोटीन। उसका एटीपी से कुछ लेना देना नहीं है। ATP formation is the function of oxysome. It is the function of ATPase enzyme. So these are two separate functions. Do not relate them. Okay. It is not relatable. अच्छा clear है बच्चा? Yes. Yes, Tanmay, you can leave it if your doubts are clear. You can leave. Hasini, critical ion level of magnesium. Are you talking about in relation to ribosomes, बच्चा? बच्चा ऐसा होता है ना, मैग्नीशियम का एक क्रिटिकल लेवल होता है बॉडी के अंदर किसी भी ऑर्गेनिज्म के। अगर उतना मैग्नीशियम प्रेजेंट नहीं है उस ऑर्गेनिज्म में, तो राइबोसोम की जो दो यूनिट्स है ना, यू हैव ऑलरेडी, यू मस्ट हैव स्टडीड दैट राइबोसोम हैज टू सब यूनिट। जैसे 70S का 30S एंड 50S होता है। सो दो टू सब यूनिट्स दे कैन नॉट कंबाइन विद ईच अदर until the level of magnesium is not particular. So it has different level within different organism. अगर उतना level magnesium का नहीं होता है body में, so these subunit of ribosome they cannot combine with each other, and ultimately protein का synthesis नहीं हो पाएगा. So this is what is critical ion level of magnesium. Okay. Any other doubt? Anyone? Okay then, bye bye. Take care, be safe. I'll see you in the next lecture. Till then, revise all this. Okay, and go through the module as well. Bye bye. Take care.